In the past year, we've talked a lot about the number of people who have lost their life to COVID.
Yeah, but what we haven't always focused on are the survivors and the long-term effects they can have from the virus.
Tonight, Danielle Cotterman catches up with some of the first cases in our valley and how medical professionals are learning more about what some call long haulers.
When I go to smell, I have to hold it up close to me to see if there's even anything familiar, and there's nothing. There's nothing there.
It's been almost a year, 11 months, since 67-year-old Kathy Smith was first diagnosed with COVID-19. She spent just one night in the hospital, but the lasting effects stay with her. Still, no sense of smell and limited taste.
The whole summer, I was mainly in bed, sleeping. The shortness of breath stayed. I had a headache.
She considers herself a long hauler, someone who is dealing with the effects of COVID months and months later.
I'm frustrated because it's taking such a long time.
Barry Rose and his wife Margie are also survivors, diagnosed in May. We were there when Barry was welcomed home after spending 67 days in the hospital. For about 40 of them, he was unconscious. Since then, celebrating his 75th birthday, once again enjoying activities he loves, but the energy and strength still not fully there.
In my mind, I want to, but my body says, no, you're not doing that.
I thought I had the flu.
And Kevin Harris was the very first case of COVID-19 in the valley, now better, but can't shake the thought that the virus could strike again.
When you're sleepy, is it COVID? When you can't sleep, is it COVID?
This is certainly something that we're finding a lot of patients in Northeast Ohio have been experiencing.
Dr. Kristen England with the Cleveland Clinic says now that we have more known cases of COVID-19, there is more research happening to determine how many people have long-term effects. What experts do know is there seems to be no pattern.
It's not only those folks who were hospitalized that we're seeing having these long-term symptoms.
And the symptoms, just like the patients, vary. From the heart to the lungs to the kidneys, there's extreme fatigue, loss of taste and smell, even brain fog. Experts still determining the best treatments.
So do we need to be working with folks on memory rehab? Do we need physical rehab? Do we need to be, treating the underlying heart disease with different medications? It's not a one-stop shop for everybody.
The Cleveland Clinic has just recently opened what they call a Recover Clinic, giving patients with these long-term effects specialized attention and bringing hope to those who wonder, will life ever be normal again?
The long-term effects were really harsh. They were tough.
With more local news, I'm Danielle Cotterman.